What was the toughest part about being like a celebrity wife in that particular household or to that particular person?
Well, I think what it is now, you realize you're being followed by paparazzi all the time. It's just an adjustment of dealing with that lifestyle because it's you're coming from something where you could be out there and be free and do whatever, but now you're being photographed anytime and you're just walking down the street and you're getting like somebody saying something about you, and it's like so getting used to that is hard. And I still deal with that. I'm not even married to him anymore, but I
Right.
still have paparazzi get me. And I'm like, wow, this is crazy. I could see if I was in front of the camera, but I'm not.
Right.
And but I think it's just the stigma of being his ex-wife. And they do want to know who I'm dating now. So it's kind of strange. But yeah, just getting used to that whole lifestyle is you're under a microscope all the time. You're being judged all the time. So
Yeah.
that was the hardest part. And not to get caught up into what people say because I know who I am. They don't know who I am. So they
Right.
can make up all the stories they want and say whatever, but you got to have a strong backbone to not let it affect you.
From a from an inside standpoint, because I see you as like you're really, in my opinion, part of that Hollywood royalty conversation, like in terms of like real celebrity, real like wives of big time, like that's the air that I feel that you've operated in and currently touch. My question for you is when you do see something salacious come out, are we doing a family huddle? Do we, like, how do, because I can imagine you having kids and they see something about their mom. Like, how do you address that? Or you just,
We just all ignore it. We ignore it. We don't even deal with it. We don't even give it energy. It's like, it's not even worth it because we know the truth. You know what I mean? It's not even worth it. So we don't even feed into it.
what was the teachable moment when it came down to love?
I think strong family values, just the just having the whole family and stuff like that. It's like you guys got each other's back. It's like just having that bond together. You know what I mean? I think that's pretty amazing. You know, like you said, I got 5 beautiful kids. They're grown now, and I got a granddaughter, and I have another one on the way. She's in the oven right now.
Okay.
But I think, just that dynamic of family, uh, it's precious, It's the
Yeah.
most, I think it's one of the most amazing things. And so I love kids. I love children. As
And
long as they're good, not no bad ones.
from the outside looking in, it still seems to be very true to this day. You know, like I see y'all to, at least I see the cohesiveness. That's what I see. I don't know the details.
And I made it very when I had my babies, I always made sure I said to myself, I don't care. Every day I want to tell them I love them. And to this day, my kids will just hit me or text me, "Hey mom, I love you." Walking past the door or whatever. "Hey mom, I love you." It's always. I think, that's important to say that to each other every day.
What would you advise like couples now, given that you got experience, like I said, you were in my eyes, and still are goals, right? You were able to build a beautiful family with somebody for those years. What would you advise them to help keep them together that you learned in your season?
I think don't slack as far as dating each other. You still need to maintain and date each other no matter what. Don't take each other for granted. Listen to each other, communicate. But I think dating, you gotta date each other. Just because you got married, don't get comfortable and don't take her nowhere anymore. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Or vice versa. So I think that's something that I would tell them for sure. Make sure you maintain that.
I definitely got to ask this, and it's skewed in like in a way that I think is going to be positive, right? A lot of times when people divorce, it can get really nasty.
Right.
And especially like, and I would say like you might hear more women be vocal. They'll do interviews. They'll kind of bash the guy. You know, it can get really kind of nasty. I haven't seen that from you in this experience. You know, now it, you know, I don't know if there's some paperwork to keep, you know, Nicole, you can't, I can only assume that, but it doesn't seem that it's on your spirit. And why haven't we seen you try to disrespect Eddie if there was something wrong? Yeah.
No, no, no. You got to remember now, I got 5 kids. My kids adore their dad. And, I always have love for Eddie, no matter what. That's never going to go away. But we're cool. We're good. We're friends or whatever. But, and you got to remember, I always say, you look at what made you fall in love with that person, what made you love that person dearly once before. So why am I going to go bash him? It wasn't like he was beating my ass, or you know what I mean? He wasn't doing none of that stuff. He's still a good father. He's great to my kids, and I would never get on anything and bash the father of my children.
All right, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed that teaser of my one-on-one with Miss Nicole Murphy. And if you enjoyed it, you can be able to watch the full interview right now at hypersclub.com. Get your membership and start watching today.